Last of the Mortal Kombat reviews, man, we got through them. Sub-Zero, 6 hand size, 28 vitality, order, void, water. Your stun attack gets +2 damage. If it's blocked, your opponent discards a card. And then during your attack, you can flip a foundation to seal one of your opponent's assets or foundations and commit it. Okay? This guy has board control to a point that I don't know if I've seen this strong of board control just on a character just at this cost level. There's been strong board control before with like with Dimitri in the past, and there's been some other characters, but I mean, like, this is pretty stinking incredible, especially again considering this is a starter deck character, right? It's been a long time since I've seen control this good. And there's parts of it. So let's go to the first enhance. Your stun attack has +2 damage. If it's blocked, then your opponent discards a card. So whenever you're looking at a card ability like this, there's always two sides of it. There's the if it's blocked, you get an effect, and then there's if it deals damage, you get an effect. Okay, so this one is if they block it, and on the same effect, you're encouraging them to block it, and providing a repercussion for blocking it, all on one effect. And that effect is free as long as you're using a stun attack. Okay? So you're adding damage to your stun attack, making them want to block it more, and then punishing them if they do block it. Here's the other part of this. Okay? If they don't block it and they take the damage, they're taking more damage. But if they do block it, okay, they're losing 2 cards from hand because they have to play 1 to block, and then they lose 1 as well from the discard effect. Right? Very strong ability. Again, this doesn't say your turn, it's your stun attack. Reversals with stuns, that counts. If you can give your attack stun after the fact, it becomes a stun attack and falls under this category. Okay? Things to think about. Very strong effect. Alright? Especially if you can get reversals, put high damage on them. Very scary. Because they don't want to rip 2 cards out of their hand during their turn, because they know on the following turn, you can just dismantle them. So, very strong. Your attack, flip one of your foundations to seal one of your opponent's assets or foundations and commit it, okay? Again, this is insanely strong, targeted control. You get to pick what you're sealing, and it commits it. And it can hit assets, as long as you're playing an attack. You can do it on every one of your attacks, as long as you can pay the cost to flip a foundation. That's huge. Okay? Yeah, there's the chance that you can just burn through your entire staging area and then you're running out of effects. However, that just means what you're probably going to want to do is you're going to want to have cards or attacks that allow you to destroy stuff in your staging area so that you can get huge mileage out of your card. So you play a foundation, let's say it has a commit cost, then you can flip it after the fact for sub while it's committed to get another effect off of it. And then if you can find a way to destroy it for a third effect, now you're getting huge mileage out of your staging area. All right. It allows you to continue building to replace those resources, and it allows you to gain a lot of value out of the resources that you're consuming. So, very strong character. If you're playing against Sub-Zero, discard hate is a must. Just straight up card draw will help you, but again, if it's staging area based card draw, Sub-Zero can shut it down. Actions will help you, and technical blocks that have abilities that proc when used, those will help, right? That's the kind of stuff. Discard in general had got a lot stronger. It got stronger in Bebop. It got stronger in Mortal Kombat. It's something you may need a sideboard for, just as a standard. If Sub-Zero or Reptile or whoever starts showing up in your metas, locally or competitively, definitely start sideboarding Discard Hate, because this kind of crap is terrifying, because it just wins games. Okay? Anytime your opponent blocks, they're losing 2 cards. That's essentially what that enhance is doing. In order to block, you have to use 2 cards to block 1 attack. Right? That's crazy. So even as a 6 hand size, if they don't play anything and they can't draw cards because you're locking down their staging area that draws them cards, they can at most block 3 attacks. And think about that when you're playing Sub-Zero. Right? Even with 6 cards in hand, at most they're blocking 3 of your attacks, because they're going to be discarding a card every time they try to block. So anything past 3, you're guaranteed to land something. Right? So more things to think about. hopefully this helped you think about how you're going to be building Sub-Zero. I do want to do a turbo deck kind of quick build guide with him. I still have some sealed packs of him lying around, so look out for that. And we'll be starting up the ultra rare reviews, I don't know, whenever I get around to starting to do them. I'll probably actually try to do them on my computer instead of just doing quick recordings on my phone, but you get what you get. Until next time.